the search, we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the light. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support. Together we will hold the fort. Lily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day.
Love you too, Nanette. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you.
So
more
hit
than you know.
subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take done. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Hollynn here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Thank you, Guidance. Love you too, darling. Thank you so much.
So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush the world, let's take the ride. Hollynn here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Well, hello, my beautiful pearls. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is April 26th, 2025. It is currently 4:33 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello. Thank you so much, me and you. Love you. You're the best, as are you, my dear. Thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate your support. Nanette, love you too, honey. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate you. Guidance, thank you so much. Love you, Remy Pearls, and all the pearls. Thank you so much, my dear, for 1 year of your support. All right, guys. So I've gotten a lot of emails recently, and you guys come to me a lot and talk to me and all of that, and I'm very appreciative that you do. I wanted to kind of do a little motivational stream, if you will. I know a lot of you guys are going through a really hard time, whether it's health, divorce, whatever. You uh, are going through it, whether it's going through, just struggling with Sebastian's case, all of that. And I know a lot of people turn to drama in these times when they have nothing else to speak about, but we are not those people. Um, and so I wanted to kind of go over with you guys some things to hopefully uplift you a little bit. And so we could talk about some stuff, right? We can talk about some stuff. Sometimes we need a little uplifting, and that's what I'm going to do with my pearls today. I will be live later for true crime. Uh, we'll get to that and all that. So thank you all for being here. I've got my notes here. I need to, I'll be kind of going over them a little bit. So just bear with me. I need to pull up my notes a little bit here. All right. Here we go. I know a lot of times you guys, if you feel stuck, we all feel stuck in life at times. Like you either missed the boat or seems like everyone's running ahead and you've still just tying your shoes. You got to think of people like anyone that's ever made history or done any good thing in life, right? They are constantly trying, and you can never, ever, ever stop. Whether that goes for Sebastian's case, uh, someone you're fighting for, whether it's their health, your health, speaking to a doctor, getting a second, third, fourth decision, continually, never, ever stop, no matter how stuck you feel. What was it, Edison? I think it was Edison. He said, I know it was like 1,000 or 2,000 times and how not to make a light bulb. Uh, the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy, is it Colonial Sanders? Is that him? Uh, you know how old he was when he started building his empire? 65 years old. It's never too late. He was rejected over 1,000 times, but you know what he didn't do? He didn't say, well, I guess it's too late for me. He knocked on the next door and the next and the next. Keep knocking. Don't quit. Success does not have an expiration date, whether you're 18 or 88 or above or, below. The best chapters of your life are still unwritten. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you so much for your support, honey. I appreciate you. It's always unwritten. You're allowed to begin again. Listen to me. I don't care how many times you've messed up. We have all messed up, whether it's publicly, privately, we have all messed up. Now, the haters will, flaunt those things that you've messed up on, whether you did them intentionally or unintentionally. They will flaunt that, and that's just a normal part of life, right? How many times you quit, how many years you feel like you've lost. I know a lot of us, I was talking to someone, they might be in here now, they might not, but they say, oh my God, Justin, I was married 25 years to this so and so, and I feel like I've lost the good years of my life. And that's not true. I'm glad you are here, Ori. Thank you so much. It's what it's about. I just feel like other people need to hear this as well. So that's why I'm here today. They feel like they've just absolutely, they've given their good years. And you've just got to remember it's not all 25 years that were bad. You've had some incredible times, and it's not over for you. It's not. It's just beginning. It really is just beginning. The good thing with life is every day you can begin again. The world doesn't need a perfect person. The world needs you, real, imperfect, but resilient you. I think I told someone in chat the other day that what was it? I told them, I can't remember. I said, you know, ever how old you are, that is, you have 100% success rate in surviving everything you've been through. You have survived every single thing that you have ever been through, and you will survive in the future. So let me pop this over here. All right, here we go. If today's the day you decide to rewrite your story, then today's the day everything changes. You are really the master of everything you choose to do. It all boils down to you. You guys know that I've worked in the funeral business, and I will say that your loved ones love you more than life. No, I see you. Nothing has happened. I've just gotten just a little inspiration today. Um, and shortly after you die, people cry, and then they start ordering your flowers, and they order the food, and then they start talking about something else in the conversation after your funeral. And then the world forgets about you. You remain in people's hearts, but people go on without you. We are all going to die, and some have it longer than others, but it just shows that you need to live for you. You need to live for you because you don't get the time back. You don't ever get the time back. And so once it's over, it's over. Thank you so much, Smiley. Really do appreciate your support. Thank you so much, my dear. I need to hear this. The last 4 months have been the darkest and scariest times of my life. Well, thank you so much, Al Kennedy, for joining us. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it, as it helps get it all out there. If you want to become a member, become a member. Greatly appreciate that as well. So if today's the day you decide to rewrite your story, then today's the day that everything changes. And you know what? Every time you invest in yourself, your time, your energy, your resources, you're telling the universe, I'm serious about my future. That's why even just being here is powerful. You're showing up for you. Now, haters and setbacks and delays, all of that stuff, right? That just means you're on the right path. It just means you're on the right path. Again, if you look at Colonel Sanders, if you look at Edison, any of them, they all had haters. This is life. Not everyone is going to like you. Especially if you're like on YouTube or something like that. Many people will not like you because because someone else says they don't like you. They don't even know you, or they don't even give you enough of a chance. Or they feel like, you know, something you have said or done is the unforgivable sin, based upon your opinion or whatever. And that's just part of life. It's easier to look at other people's sins or wrongdoings than it is our own. Mini Panthers, thank you. Been going through stuff and withdrawn. Needed this. Thank you so much, Mini Panthers. Appreciate your support. And Ginger, I think it was Ginger that just said, let them. Yes, the let them theory, right? Let them do whatever. Just let them. Opinions don't change anything. It really doesn't. So, haters, setbacks, and delays are just signs you're on the right path. If you're facing setbacks right now, good. Good. It means you're building something real. The enemy doesn't attack what's not a threat. You've got to always remember that. The enemy doesn't attack what is not a threat. The haters don't talk about people sitting still. It means you're moving. That's what it means. Continue to move. Thank you so much, Amber. Really do appreciate you as well, honey. It doesn't matter how good a person you are, there will always be uh, they'll always find a reason not to like you. Absolutely, Amber. And that's absolutely true. They will always find a reason. I always say, not comparing ourselves to Jesus. I'm not saying that, but look at Jesus. I think most of us here grew up in a Christian like household. That doesn't mean we went to church every Sunday or Wednesday or whatever, but we grew up Christian, right? Look at Jesus. I mean, what happened to Jesus, right? He was thrown on a cross, spit at, all of that. So doesn't if he didn't make it out of this world without troubles, people not liking him, then we don't have a chance. We don't have a chance, right? Thank you so much, Raymond. Really do appreciate you, my friend. God has a reason for everything, how I've always gotten through life. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Opinions are like nostrils. Everyone has a couple. I just wish would be kinder, respectful, and just think before they speak, in my opinion. I agree with you, Fuzzball. I agree with you. And you are absolutely right. Um, however, on the internet, that's not the way, unfortunately, people work. People show who they really are on the internet. They really do. Um, because you're in your home or wherever you're at, and especially people behind a keyboard or whatever, um, they will say really what is in their heart and everything that they think of, whether that be really ugly or not, right? Um, but don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. It's really not about you. It's really not. And only value people's opinions that really care for you. That's the ones who you should value the most. And that's really the only advice you should, uh, or critiques really, that you should take is from people who care for you, your community, your family, all of that. So if you're facing any setbacks right now, good. It means you're building something real. The enemy doesn't attack what's not a threat. The haters don't talk about people sitting still. The delays, it's a divine pause setting you up, not setting you back. Everything, uh, what does Chris McDonough from the interview room say? The universe is always on schedule, meaning everything that happens when it's supposed to. You can't make it come faster, and you can't, and it never shows up late. It's always there when it's supposed to happen. That yes, that is just around the corner for you. It will show up whenever it's supposed to show up on time. Sometimes God's not yet is better than your right now because he's preparing a stage you've not even ready to stand on yet. Sometimes we think we're ready and we look back and we're not. And you think, oh my Lord, I asked for that then, but I was not even ready. My stage was not even ready. 1 second, y'all. All right. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. I apologize. Um, so sometimes you just got to wait. God's preparing a stage you're not even ready for yet, right? And when you're building, you're going to need people in your corner, people who lift you up, not weigh you down. I know we like to listen to the juicy drama sometimes, and it's just human nature sometimes. Uh, but really, you will notice a difference in your mindset if you don't listen to toxicity. Someone who is always bringing someone down, not lifting up someone or even their community. You guys take very good care of me. You guys are those of you that become members, uh, donate, whatever. And it is a two-way street. And I wish more creators would know that. Um, it shouldn't be just a one-way street because you are the ones that technically feed us, you know, and or give us a little boost, whatever, if do this part-time or whatever. And so we need to also constantly be checking on our people, right? It doesn't mean, I can have a phone call with 20,000 of you, but just the general consensus of how everybody is doing. I think that's a very important thing. You'll hear a lot of creators, well, I don't give a, uh, like it or lump it, leave or whatever. Well, I mean, I can understand that to a point to people who, uh, no matter what you say or do, it's not gonna change their mind. They're not open to dialogue or anything else like that. But I'm talking about your people, the ones that constantly show up in your chat, give you support, offer prayer, um, good vibes, whatever it is. So I think that's part of it. Thank you so much, Yaya. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much for your support. Truly do appreciate that, honey. Uh, I genuinely feel that even the most awful people on this platform, because I know that psychologically they are not okay. Yeah, yeah. And you don't really know someone else's what they've been through, what their mental status is as well, right? And that's where anyone, this is a platform open to all people all around the world. And because that happens, well, you get all different types of thinking, beliefs, um, good people, not so good people, somewhere in between. And that's just part of it. Um, some people just every everything is negative. It doesn't matter what it is. Everything is negative. And you don't have to sit at that table. We don't have to sit at that table. Um, when people are desperate to paint you wrong, no explanation will ever be enough for them. Bingo, Kelsey. The people who matter uh, don't need an explanation. And the people who demand one won't believe it anyway. That is so well said. That is so well said. I've always been the type that never complain, never explain. I only explain to someone my pearls. If somebody wants to know something, I will explain it to my pearls. But that's it. That's it. Because you guys like me, right? You guys support me. And that's really all you're there for. And really, the people you explain something to, like Kelsey said, uh, most of the time, there is no understanding for them. It's just something that they can uh, continually talk about again and break that down as well. So there's that. So while you're building, you got to have people in your corner, people who lift you up, not weigh you down. And that's why spaces like this matters. And we encourage each other to lift each other up, to support each other. We're watering seeds that turn into forest, right? That's what we got to do. You've got to not only, you guys lift me up, but I also try to lift you up as well. All right. Your dream is waiting on your decision. Your dream is waiting on your decision. You don't need permission. You don't need more perfect timing. You don't need everyone to understand you. You just need to decide. One decision can change your whole destiny. I know that there have been people, and all actually everyone in here, I can just about say that if you have been, you met your husband at an event that you weren't planning to go to, and you ended up spending 30 years together and 3 kids later or whatever. And that's how it is sometimes, right? One decision can literally change everything, right? And I know that has certainly happened in my life. I'm like, man, if I had not been there or talked to this person, I wouldn't have, got to such and such point. And it really can. One decision can change your whole destiny. Just think about it for a moment. One moment you decide to keep going. One moment you decide to believe again. One moment you decide you're worth fighting for. Um, and you really need to love yourself. It's not a vanity thing. It's not, a lot of people take that wrong when you say you need to love yourself, but love your entire self. That's something that I have struggled with my entire life, is loving myself, and I work toward it. Not there yet, but I am getting there. So much, Karen. Really do appreciate you. Love 1 Corinthians 18:4-8. Just read this and you will understand God's says love is all there is. That's right. Thank you so much, Sharon. And love is the most powerful force in the universe, right? Whether you believe in God or not, but God is love, as right, faith, hope, and love, and the greatest of these are love. And it can really tear down barriers. Loving yourself, loving others, even maybe when they don't deserve the love or grace, you give it to them. Oh, thank you so much, Always Late. Justin, we love you. Thank you so much, Always Late. I appreciate you, honey. It's very kind of you, my dear. Thank you so much. I don't love myself, too much emotional abuse. And that's what I'm saying, me and you. You have to find what disturbs you the most in your entire life and say, because that happened, it doesn't mean that is who I am or what I am, but I have to love me, all of me, the flaws and all of my imperfections, all of it, all of it. And like I said, shortly after you die, yes, your loved ones miss you and all of that, but they go on. They go on and they live their life. They don't, necessarily they don't want to go on without you per se, but they have to go on. And that's the same thing with us. When we lose people, we have to go on without them. And when we are done, when it's through, when it is written for all of us to take our last breath, loving yourself, how you treat yourself, is the greatest thing you can do for yourself and for those you love. If you don't love yourself, you're not going to completely be happy with those around you at times, right? Because we are thinking about certain, situations that has kept us back. Mom first always. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate the 10 months. Good to see you, honey. Thank you so much for your support, Mom first always. Really do appreciate you. Love is the only thing we take with us and we go, and the only thing we leave behind. Yes, yes, that is very well stated, Barbara. Thank you so much for your support. So, love yourself. I learned to love me when I left my ex husband. It took 6+ years, but I'm the happiest I've ever been. That's amazing, Alicia. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Many times, especially when we're younger, I think some people learn this lesson quicker than others, but we put our happiness in a man, a woman, um, a situation, right? And then that marriage fails, that relationship fails. And where is the happiness? Where's the happiness? Well, if you've learned to love yourself through it all, through it all, the good, the bad, nobody is, very few people are all just evil. very few people are just pure evil. And very few people are just all good. You know what I mean? We're human beings. We say the wrong thing sometimes. We do the wrong thing sometimes, but we're still okay, right? You've got to forgive yourself. I think a lot of people don't love themselves because they can't forgive themselves for whatever. And sometimes you can't forgive yourself because of what others have done to you, uh, or you believe the things that people have done to you, right? Meaning, they say, uh, you're a horrible human being, or you're this, or you're that, or well, nobody else necessarily believes them. And words do hurt, and they scar uh, more than physical a lot of times. But don't believe them, because probably that person that said whatever to you, whether it was yesterday or 30 years ago, they don't even remember it. They probably don't even remember it. Um, thank you so much, Ginger. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Loving yourself is not boastful. It's absolutely not. God created you in his perfect image. Always remember that God makes no mistakes. Absolutely. Thank you so much for your support, my dear. Very well said. Very well said. Thank you so much, Lil Red. Thank you, baby. Really do appreciate you for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. If you received one of those, make sure you thank our beautiful Lil Red. Thank you so much, my dear. Very kind of you guys. So um I come from a extremely conservative in every single word of that, not just politically, I'm not saying that, uh, family that is very conservative in how they dress and how they act and all that. And then here was me growing up, and I was, uh, more flamboyant, if you will, um, more out there, more out there. And I come from a very conservative in every aspect area. And years ago, I was probably more flamboyant than I am now. God. And I was waiting on a table. I was waiting tables, and there was this guy that had a date, and he was so rude to me, so rude in every aspect, just very, very rude to me. And I had told my manager about it, and she just said, "No, that's unacceptable. We're not allowing that here." And so she went to the table and she asked the people to leave. And about a couple weeks later, I was in the mall, and I saw the guy that my manager kicked out. And he comes up to me, and I'm thinking, "Oh shit, here we go. Here we go. It's going to be, you know, I'm going to look like Steve Urkel fighting this guy." You know me. Uh, and he came up to me and he said, "Can I shake your hand?" And I was like, "Sure." So I shake his hand, and he said, "I was a total ass to you the other day, and you stayed, you know, kind and graceful, and he said I deserved what the manager did to me. And he said it embarrassed me tremendously on my date, and the girl left after that, and he apologized to me. And I said, I appreciate your apology. I don't really uh, need that apology, but this is what I do need. If you ever see someone else like me or different than you, just show them respect. That's all you need. That's all we need. We're not there to be BFFs or anything. Just show them respect. That's it. And he said, I sure will. And that's never seen him again. I've never seen the man again. Um, so sometimes I think we do things, even here, especially here on YouTube as well, to impress our friends or to impress um, the the creator or whatever. But you have to live with your decisions on how you treat other people, right? Um, and that's something, I've really tried to instill into my three is no matter if someone looks different than you, if they act different than you, if they have holes in so many parts of their body with piercings, they're tattooed all over. Everybody wants to be accepted and everybody wants to be loved. They are no different than you. They choose to maybe express themselves different, but it doesn't mean anything. And some of the kindest people that you will ever meet have been really, really hurt, and they know what it's like to be really, really hurt. And that's why they don't hurt others, right? And the saying is hurt people hurt people. And that is very, very true. But there are also hurt people out there that may look, act different than you, but they they don't want to hurt anybody else, because not intentionally, at least, because they've been hurt themselves, right? Thank you, Alicia. Really do appreciate you, honey. Oops. Thank you so much. I needed and am enjoying this out today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Alicia. Thank you for your support. I'm so glad you're here, honey. So there's that. Pardon me. All right. Moving on here. Um, one decision you decide to keep going. One moment you decide to believe again. One moment you decide you're worth fighting for. And tonight could be the moment for you. And listen, when you decide you're worth it, you start making moves. You start investing time, investing focus, investing in yourself. And if you feel uh like you should constantly always uh invest in yourself, whether it's 15 minutes a day of just sitting alone, taking time to stop and think. I can tell you that I used to be a person that always had to keep something going. And what I mean by that is I never sat in any sort of silence. there was always a radio going, a podcast, TV, someone speaking to me, and I didn't want to sit and think at all about anything really, because it would always go to the negative, right? It would always go to the negative. Um, but you really have to tell yourself positive things. I started something probably 15 years ago, from a woman, an author, motivational speaker. Her name is Louise Hay, and she's deceased now, but she owned Hay House Publishing, and she started this thing called mirror work, and it's one of the most powerful things that I've ever done for myself. And it was so awkward in the beginning, and I couldn't stand to look at myself and tell myself something good about myself. And it's an exercise where you look in the mirror, you go to your bathroom or whatever, and you say something to the effect of, like, Justin, you're a good person, or Justin, I love you, you're worth loving. And you look in the mirror and you tell yourself that, because remember, the eyes is the right, it's the key to the soul, right? And when you look in your own eyes, you will know whether you love yourself or not when you do that mirror work. And you will know whether you have work. There's always work to do. I mean, we're always a work in progress, but it really changes things. And like I said, I was like, oh my God, it was just cringe for me when I first started. But it really does change. Law of attraction, Daphne says, law of attraction is a very, very big thing as well, right? Planting that seed, of things that you want to mirror work. Yeah, mirror work is what it's called, Royal. Yes, absolutely. Um, but planting that seed of, I want to be here in such and such time. I want to do this in such and such time. It plants that seed, conscious and subconscious, in your brain, that you can um, work toward it. And you don't even realize it uh, until, you know, time. And you are far more likely to do something by writing it down, or uh, putting it like a vision board. Vision boards are very powerful as well. Whether you want, uh, you know, you're biking to work or whatever, and you need a car, or you want a luxury car, or, you know, whatever it is. It's not just physical, material things, it can be anything, literally anything. So, um, I've not been on as much. This is true. Sitting in silence is a good thing to do. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Tiger Shark. Appreciate you. Alicia says, I used to have to write it all out, as if I was speaking to someone else, and then read it to myself, believing it was even harder. Yes. Yes. I wrote my message to myself with yes. I have a ton of quotes in my bathroom, but I also write on the mirror sometimes. And what I have now on my mirror is consistency over motivation. Uh, People who need like motivation only gets you so far. If you look back on any success, motivation only gets you so far. The key thing to actual success in really anything you do, whether it's self work or whether it's physical work, you want something done, is consistency. You don't have to do it perfect. You just need to do it and do it the best you can consistently. That's the key. So, I was really into that back in 2015, opening my third eye. It does work. Visualization's really, yes, visualizing helps too. Um, and it doesn't mean you are, I'm not here talking about uh any fluff or woo woo kind of stuff. I'm just saying, even if you are Christian or whatever, it all of the religions uh out there, so whatever a man thinketh, he also becomes, right? It's all over. Uh, whether you're Christian, Buddhist, Jewish, Muslim, it's all there. Stacy says, "Thank you so much, Stacy, for 3 months, my dear. Rustin, I'm a mindset coach. Everything you are saying is on point. Love this stuff. Thank you so much, Stacy. Thank you so much, my dear. I really do appreciate that. Very, very much, honey. Thank you so much for your support, my love. Very kind of you. Justin, you really make me feel that I can be me. You should be you. You should be you. I can tell you one thing that has always been instilled in my soul, even at the most unhappiest times in my life, is I have to be me no matter what. I can't be anything else other than me, right? Um, I have to look how I look. I have to act how I act. Um, I have to be who I am. And whether that's, you know, uh, a positive or a negative, I think it's a positive, but I have to be who I am. Joe, absolutely. Absolutely. If you are suffering from any sort of, uh, mental illness, or you're going through something and need help, absolutely talk to your doctor and make a plan. There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong. We don't see the brain, right? We don't see the brain and how sick it can be. Um, and so we don't take we don't know hardly anything about the brain, our own brain. And so a lot of times, we only see actions, what comes out of the mind, right? And so, absolutely, if you suffer from any sort of, uh, personality disorder, depression, anything like that, that's not your fault. right? You are, again, who you are. But that's right, Joe. Get balanced mentally and emotionally. That's very important. It's very important. And that's the thing, is balance. Balance is very important. Thank you so much, Tiger. Thank you so much, my friend. Grateful for you. Consistency over motivation. That was a big thing that changed me, was consistency over motivation. Um, if you're working on cleaning a room out in your house, right? You just throw everything in there because you went through a depression, or it's your entire house, right? Consistency. Do something 15 minutes every day. You don't have to just get the motivation one day and throw everything out of your house. Just do it a little every day. Rome wasn't built in a day. It's never going to be built in a day. It wasn't created in a day, and it's not going to be finished in a day. And so just be consistent with what you want your dreams to come true, or a project you're working on. Little steps. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet, honey. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Sierra. Um, there's such a stigma around mental health, that many of us grew up with parents who needed therapy, medication, but refused both. And Lake said, absolutely. And still that goes on today. And so in some families, right? It's not as bad as it used to be. Um, but you're absolutely right. And there should not be any stigma around mental health, because we all have, mental health challenges at time in our life, whether, our brain, whether we have something like it's bipolar that doesn't ever leave, you just balance it, or you just go through a depression because of losing someone, a divorce, or whatever. But we all go through times in life where it's not easy. The Yes, and there should not be any shame over that. If you take any sort of medication, there should absolutely be no shame in that at all, at all, because everyone struggles. Everyone struggles. And sometimes, if you talk to your doctor, and you need something for maybe something that's been untreated, or something that you're just temporarily going through, um, and sometimes, again, people don't speak about it, and because they don't speak about it, they suffer in silence, and they don't have to, right? He didn't say every day would be roses. That's right. That's right. So Joe says, I've been depressed for 30 years, alcoholism, etc. Stopped drinking booze, started drinking water and fruit juice, etc. Trust the process. Congratulations, Joe. That's amazing. That's amazing. And that's the thing. Many people with mental illness of some sort, no shame in it, but they supplement and self-treat, right? Whether that is illicit drugs, whether that is food, whether that is sex, relationships, or whatever. People will supplement something that makes them feel good. And, you know, uh, you have to pay the piper sometimes, eventually. And whether that is, drinking, getting DUIs, losing your family, losing your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, um, anything like that, um, you will eventually have to pay the piper. No addiction of any sort comes without consequences. There is a price for everything that you do. Everything, right? Do good, uh, good will come. If you're hard on your body with any sort of substances or anything like that, you'll have to pay eventually. And whether that's any sort of uh physically, mentally, emotionally, or anything like that. So, all right. So, people's opinions are cheap. People's opinions cost about as much as the ice at the bottom of your drive-through cup. You don't gotta collect them like Pokemon cards. You don't have to collect or accept anyone's opinions of you, especially if they are not willing to talk it out. If it's just, oh, F them, I don't like them for whatever reason, well, that's fine. Um, but need, most reasonable people, if you're willing to speak to them, can at least come to a happy medium if they are both willing to learn from each other, genuinely grow, and are open minded, right? So there's that. Um, everybody's got an opinion. You ever notice it's the broke cousin at the barbecue giving financial advice? If I were you, I'd invest in Bitcoin and fidget spinners kind of thing. It's like, sir, you bought money to get gas to get here. The moral of the story, you can't pay your bills with somebody else's 2 cents. One sec. You can't pay your bills with somebody else's 2 cents. When you chase their approval, you end up tired, broke, and confused, like you just woke up from a nap you didn't mean to take. The lies that they tell you, they're going to lie to you. They'll tell you you're not ready, that you need more experience, that you need 17 certifications, a personality makeover, and a six-pack of abs to just begin. But guess what? Half of the people making money out here have the qualifications of a bag of frozen peas, or like I always say, a dehydrated shrimp. But they had the nerve to start. Starting ugly beats waiting to be perfect. Waiting for perfection is like waiting for your favorite toxic ex to finally change. It ain't happening, boo boo. Um, so there's that. Pump up break. If you're sitting there thinking, well, maybe I'm too old. Remember Colonel Sanders. Um, You're not too old. You're just marinating in your excuses. Let's turn into seasoning and serve the world with your flavor. All right. So there's that. Your past is a lesson, not a life sentence. There's very few things in life that I keep saying, I know, Colonel Sanders, sorry. Um, there's very few things in life where you can't take back, right? And one is, you can't take someone's life and expect to ever be the same again. Taking someone's life is one thing you can never undo. Justin, when I taught kindergarten, I recited daily affirmations to the kinder. I am. Oh, that's amazing, Heather. That's amazing. Um, so there's that. Um, I mean, some people are dragging their past like a designer bag, or they are dragging your past like a designer bag. It's not Chanel, it's emotional baggage. And TSA said you can't bring that mess into your future flight. You've messed up before, good. Welcome to human race, right? Mistakes are the tuition you pay for wisdom. Always remember that. There is always mistakes that you're going to make. It doesn't matter. People say, well, this person has changed or that person hasn't changed. Well, I mean, let people judge you whether you've changed or not. But nobody can, uh, it doesn't really matter as long as you know you have. Oh, thank you, Veronica. Thank you so much, honey. Really do appreciate you. Much respect and love for speaking the truth. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you for your support, honey. Really do appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Kelsey. Thank you so much, honey. Appreciate you. I really love this discussion. You're an amazing person. Oh, thank you so much, Kelsey. Thank y'all. Thank you, Veronica and Kelsey. Really do appreciate you very, very much. That's very kind of you. You're always going to mess up, even when you're doing good, or even when your intentions were good and you messed up by doing something. Uh, you know what I mean? I've uh, I've tried to do good before and uh, really messed up. I'm perfectly comfortable with talking about my mistakes that I've done here on YouTube. Uh, wasn't live very long. I hadn't been in YouTube very long, and I was talking about uh, someone, and they were claiming that they were SA'd, and I was showing. Someone sent something to me, and I was reading a affidavit, and it had the victim's personal information all over it. Now, I should have I didn't know, it was sent to me and I just clicked and it popped right up, and I felt horrible, absolutely horrible for doing that. I immediately called the person, I privated the live, uh, and I apologized repeatedly. Um, Now the person, I mean, the police should have redacted a lot of that personal info. They're supposed to, but as you know, sometimes people in records, they just send things over. They're human too. Um, but of course not Ginger. I never did it on purpose. I was trying to do something good, and I ended up doing something bad. But it's always about intention, right? And the woman, she was much more gracious than anybody else on YouTube. I'll just say that. And she was, uh, the person was the victim overall. And, you know, most people will drag you, uh, there are those that will drag you because of their own deficits more than, the person you done wrong or accidentally or done wrong. You know what I mean? So there's that. Thank you so much, Alicia. People can judge my past all they want because Jesus already dropped that charge. Amen. Amen, Alicia. And you're absolutely right. People, um, thank God he is more forgiving than any of us humans, right? Thank God for that because we certainly need grace. And this is the thing, though, if we expect grace from other people, and most importantly from God, I believe we have to learn to give that grace if you expect it as well. Um, no, you're fine. You're fine, Silence. You're fine. Oh, thank you, Tiger Shark. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Progress, not perfection, my husband says. For gosh sakes, everyone take your medicine. It helped me laugh. Has stuck with me. I get to start over today. I am sending love, hugs, prayers to those hurting, stuck. Thank you so much, Tiger Stark. And you, Shark, I cannot speak today. And you absolutely get to start over today. Every day is a new day. It absolutely is. Thank you so much. It really does, Elisa. And that's the thing. That's the thing, right? You giving any sort of negative space to someone that just annoys you or you don't like online or whatever, it's more heavier on you, I promise. Whether someone says it is or it's not, I promise you, it is more heavier on the person giving it than the other way around. You're exactly right. It takes the weight off of you. Very well said. Thank you, Susie. Thank you so much, honey. Preach a blessing. You are good at this. It's so good. Thank you so much. Thank you, Susie. Really do appreciate you. Really do appreciate you. Thank you, Jackie. So there's that. Just because you mess up, it doesn't mean you're disqualified because you failed. You're actually more qualified because you know where the landmines are now. And if anyone's tried to bring up your past, tell them, sweetie, I graduated from that school. I'm a whole new degree program now. Mind your business. How about that? Um, so here's some, real talk. Waiting until you're ready is how you wake up one day, is why you're 75 years old yelling at a cloud. Seriously, don't wait. If you're 75 right now, you still have time. You have breath in your lungs. You still have time. It's never too late, ever. You're as ready as you're ever going to be. You're one decision away from flipping the script on your life. Nobody's coming to give you permission, so you don't got to wait for that. Nobody's going to drag you of your own to your own destiny, rather. You have to be the kind of crazy that says, I'm doing this whether you clap for me or not. And that's what you have to do. Nobody's going to drag you to the destination. You have to do it yourself. He was gifted a membership. Nice, Gypsy. Thank you. Good. So there's that. Let me see here. Some of y'all are just, you'll say, I'm waiting for a sign. I'm waiting for a sign. Here's your sign, mother chickens, right here today. This is your sign. Me waving at you, saying, do it now. Don't wait. Get it started. A little bit every day. So, anywho. All right, guys. Thank you all so very much. I really do appreciate you. If you like these kind of things, let me know. I can do them sometimes. Really do appreciate you all being here. I know a lot of you guys have been going through some things lately, and so I just wanted to offer a little bit of encouragement. It can be a very negative place here sometimes, but of course, Kelsey, you can join me next time. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I would like to do? I would like if some of you would be comfortable with sharing your stories about some maybe things you've been through, not as such as a woe is me kind of thing, but as this happened to me, but this it was a greater, it opened my eyes, or kind of like the story like I was talking about me with like waiting tables and the guy came up and shook my hand and stuff. So if you're comfortable with sharing anything, let me know. I can invite you on and all that. So stay positive, run like hell from the negative. I'll be back on this evening about 8:30 or so. I have to go do some things, and Justin, God sent you to us today. I think help them. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you all so much. I see a lot of you saying I needed to hear this. That's amazing. Thank you guys. Really do appreciate you. You guys are so good to me, and I think as creators sometimes we need to give back too. So thank you all. I love you. Truly do appreciate you. Thank you to mods, members, every one of you in here. I really do appreciate you. I'll see you guys in a few hours. We'll be talking true crime. All right, guys. Bye bye.